the sparks are sure to fly in our next heavyweight matchup. It will be Rhino going up against Nightmare. And for the intros, let's go to Mark Barrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your next quarterfinals event. Introducing first, in the red square to my right, from Sausalito, California, weighing in at 208 pounds with a #3 ranking, and from the creative mind of Alexander Rose and supported by Team Rhino, introducing Rhino. His opponent in the blue square from Novato, California, weighing in at 210.5 pounds with a #7 ranking, and from creator Jim Smentowski and supported by Team Hercules, introducing Nightmare.
Our next heavyweight robots have been activated. They're in the battle box. They are ready to go. In the red square, it is Rhino. Compressed gas battering ram is its strongest weapon, Dan.
It's a very tightly built robot, and I think it's going to easily tolerate some of the first hits from Nightmare.
This is going to be a violent matchup in the blue square, Nightmare. This is a very dangerous robot. In fact, the creator, Jim Smentowski, has doubled the power for this event.
And while Smetowski is a professional effects expert in the movies, he says it doesn't take a pro to build a bot.
Anybody can do this, because everybody, it seems like everybody who watches this says, I can do that. It looks like something that I could do. And they think up an idea in their head and they, run it through their, the different possibilities of what it could do. Only a few people actually act on it and build it, because they think it's going to be too expensive, or they think that it's too difficult to work on. Well, I build everything on my robots in my garage with tools that you got from the hardware store. I don't have any special equipment, any considerable income to fund these things, so anybody can do this. I'm trying to prove this to, kids can do this. It's not a big deal for heavily sponsored or rich people to work with. Anybody is able to get in here.
We're ready to go. Let's get the word from Y2K2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's kick some butt.
Strategy here, Dan. Nightmare does not have unlimited power with that spinning wheel.
No, he does not. He needs to land his first hit as soon as possible to conserve his battery power.
That wheel on Nightmare spinning at 300 miles an hour.
And you see the strategy from Rhino. He's swinging and he's able to constrain battery power.
More sparks fly as Nightmare, got a Olympian on Rhino, has a laser sight for that pneumatic battery right in front of the smoke.
Robots are hard to drive, so that laser tells them where that pneumatic ram will land. Right into the tire he hit.
This strategy.
Pushing him into the saws now.
Nightmare very close, trying to come up from behind. strategy, a lot of driving ability exhibited by both Alexander Rose and Jim Smetowski of Nightmare and Rhino.
Exceptional strategy by Rhino, staying just out of reach of that weapon and coming in when he had the chance.
Rhino, the spike, not evident there, but you can see the damage of the steel in front of that robot that was inflicted by that Wheel of Nightmare.
It certainly would have been worse if it wasn't a glancing shot in the geometry that it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the three human judges at ringside have turned in a 72 decision for the winner in the red square, Rhino!
So Rhino gets the job done. Nightmare not using the full capabilities of that spinning metal disc that spins at over 300 miles an hour, and Rhino takes the decision. CompuBot stats at the conclusion of this heavyweight battle. Look at the damage done to Rhino. Rhino with the more hits and damaging the weapon of Nightmare to take the CompuBot stats 10-3 and also take home the victory in this quarterfinal action.
Hey, Reason, strategy was everything. Talk about how you were able to avoid Nightmare, the difficulty of driving from the position you're in.
Well, it was pretty tough lining up on him just to get his wheels like we were going for, but we got a good shot on his wheel and popped his tire. That was what we were going for. That was our main strategy. Then after that, we taken a couple hits on his saw and whatnot, and it worked out well. But he got a little piece of us too, which is all the fun. So.
Yeah, you've got 20 minutes to go back to the pit. I already hear you guys talking about charging batteries. Let's look at the damage here quick. What's happening here?
Pretty superficial. Basically, this is a protection piece, got peeled back a little bit, and our hardened steel ram actually snapped off when he hit us with it. So that was pretty impressive. We've got plenty of spare parts, so any luck we'll have them in there and be ready to go.
So Rhino advances, but it is a costly victory for Alexander Rose. Back to the pits, trying to repair that battering ram. Plenty of work to do for Rhino to get ready for the next matchup in the battle box.
Heavyweights ready to go inside. It'll be Mortis against Voltark. Let's get the introductions from Mark Barrow.
Introducing first in the red square to my right, from Croydon, Surrey, in the United Kingdom, weighing in at 195.5 pounds, from the creative mind of Rob Knight, and supported by the team of Random Violence Technology, introducing Mortis. And its opponent in the blue square, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 208.5 pounds with a number 16 ranking, and from creator Stephen Feld, introducing Volar.
These two heavyweight robots have been activated. They are ready to go. In the red square, it is Mortis. The key weapon for Mortis, a titanium lifting arm with the sledgehammer-style blade. And there are some brains behind this beast.
Yeah, certainly created by Rob Knight from Cambridge University. A clever track system will deliver that weapon.
The opponent, an equally dangerous Voltark. Voltark has articulated teeth on the lifting bar. His key, getting up and under the opposition.
Yes, he can easily shove other robots around, and we'll see if that strategy works against Mortis.
47-year-old Stephen Felk, the builder and operator of Voltark. It's not just the power of the robot that counts, but the ability of the driver to control that robot. Felk explains.
Basically, I'm using three knobs. I'm using this joystick to steer it left and right, forward and backward. And then this raises and lowers the lifter bar. Now these three switches are interesting too, I should add. It's a dual rate. So there's two different power ratios on the steering, on the throttle, and then on the lifter bar. So if I'm a real close-in situation and I don't need a lot of speed, I can shift down and have a little more control that way. But normally I run everything full bore.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's kick some butt.
Get ready for a collision. Straight on. Good move by Voltark to avoid the inside. There's the key. Get it up and underneath the opponent, and the sparks fly.
put in a good burst of strategy at the very end against Volar.
He looks disappointed. He feels that maybe
I had it on his side. It was dead.
he should have Steven thrown. Trying to catch his breath.
Got you, no problem.
And I don't want you to leave right away.
Okay.
Please be aware of the path.
Okay.
Straight up at the top of this battle, it was Volar on the offensive. Aggression, one of the three components in the judging of the Battlebots.
He certainly caught Mortis off balance in that first hit.
Watch the hazard.
Mortis up, really has no place to go. No effective offense by Mortis right there. Volar, I should say, has Mortis up on its side.
And here's that beautiful maneuver by Mortis, flipping himself back over.
Volar dominated this battle. And towards the end of the 3 minutes, we saw the sparks fly as Volar put Mortis right into the blades.
Those arena saws are something to behold.
How strong are those saws, Dan?
They're 6-kilowatt motors driving those saws. They can do a lot of damage.
He set him up, and he took him right to the slaughterhouse. Here you go. WBet stats, a very tight fight. Mortis, equal in hits, more weapons damage. So Mortis the winner on the CompuBot stats. But that's not necessarily the key stat. We need to hear from the judges.
The three human judges at arena side have turned in a 6-3 decision for the blue square, Volar.
So Volar does it despite the CompuBot stats. Volar is the winner, and Volar advances to tonight's semifinals.
So Volar showing the aggression on Mortis, surprising everybody. Goes to show you that the most expensive robot may not always be the winner. Some $45,000 in difference. And Steven, you were really aggressive out there. Talk about your driving.
Yeah, I like to be aggressive. I mean, that's, the robot was designed to take a beating and dish out a beating, hopefully. And it went pretty well. It's pretty effective. I got under him, grabbed a hold of him. Wasn't always easy to hold on to him. I think he's got a pretty smooth bottom. But it felt pretty good out there. And those guys put up a great fight. I think it was a really entertaining fight this time.
Now, as you look forward to the next round, have you sustained any damage down here? Is there anything that needs repairing in the next 20 minutes?
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's done a couple dents on the back, basically filing. Everything looks good. The lifter's working fine, which is the key thing. So my antennas need replaced. They kind of got mangled when he went over top of me, but that's all expected.
All right, Steven.
Yeah, so I'm in pretty good shape.
Good job.
Yeah,
We'll see you in the next round.
Okay, Lewis. Hope to see you again.
Okay, Larry.
All right, thanks, Lewis. So it is Volar advancing to the semifinals with a victory over Mortis. And for the 22-year-old builder of Mortis, Rob Knight of the United Kingdom, it'll be a long ride home, but you know he'll be back.
All right, getting set for the surprise robot of the competition, getting set to take on one of the favorites. It is Punjar taking on Killerhertz. Coming up next, let's get the word from Mark Barrow.
This is the final quarterfinals event in the heavyweight division. Introducing first in the red square to my right, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 208 pounds with a number 9 ranking from creator Ramiro Mayari, introducing Punjar. His opponent in the blue square from Oxford and Oxon in the United Kingdom, weighing in at 196.5 pounds with a number 2 ranking, and from the creative mind of John Reed and Dominic Parkinson, introducing Killerhertz.
Two heavyweight robots in a battle box right now, powered up and ready to go. And will the Cinderella story of Punjar continue? In the red square, we see Punjar, an upset winner of Blendo in the previous round.
Punjar is a veritable punching bag. He's taking beatings from the best robots and still managed to keep coming.
It took 3 months to build Punjar. His opponent, Killerhertz, one of the favorites, built in 3 years. It has a pneumatic cylinder generating a ton of force, driving an axe, which did not work in its last battle.
Yes, I understand John has fixed that axe, and we should see some spectacular driving ability out of him.
Get ready for the impact. Let's go to Y2K2 to get things started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's kick some butt.
Killerhertz, the aggressor, runs across the Battlebots to try to inflict a punishment on Punjar. Punjar, force is the name of the game for Punjar.
Punjar is going to attempt to continuously ram into Killerhertz, eventually hoping to break something.
There you see the competition. Killerhertz, however, from the UK, just a supremely well-tuned machine.
Oh, beautiful robot.
Punjar has him from behind, trying to force him into one of the blades. Good driving by Punjar thus far to stay away from that axe. One ton of force coming down with that axe. Punjar setting up Killerhertz, taking a run at him. This one down approach from the front, trying to stay away. Has a good bit of leverage right there. Can he get him to the blades?
Sorry, I have to guess here.
Punjar making a move. Punjar to get Killerhertz up on the side.
Looks like Punjar's held up on the arena spine.
Killerhertz needs to get some offense started here. Punjar has been impaled by the spikes. Punjar impaled by the spikes has to wait for the spikes to retreat. Punjar gets past Killerhertz from behind. Almost gets him off to the... Now the blades in play now. Punjar from behind. And the leverage on Killerhertz once again. Great strategy from Punjar to avoid the arm of Killerhertz.
Yes, he's trying to hit him from behind and from the side where that axe will do no good.
Punjar has great leverage with that front scoop. Looks like a slingshot. The axe once again. Killerhertz from behind, trying to turn him. Punjar, great driving by Ramiro. 1 minute to go in this battle. This has been a strategic battle. Of the violent battles of the UFC, this is Punjar. Misses the final shot. I think Killerhertz is impaled up against the sidewalls.
He's trying to use the spike to break the shot.
Punjar hits his head off as Killerhertz flipped over. Punjar taking on the run. Getting set. Is Punjar looking over. Ramiro looking over John Reed. The driver of Killerhertz. Killerhertz beginning to spin. Punjar gets knocked over. Spikes. Killerhertz is still back in there up against the wall. Punjar can't get it.
No, he can't, and at this point he'd be wise to let him go.
3.
Battle will go to the judges, and Killerhertz, if Killerhertz advances, they're going to have a lot of work to do to get that robot ready.
Yeah, I think that smoke is a little misleading, and it's likely drive wheels against the ground trying to free himself from the arena spikes.
Cinderella story of Punjar. John Reed smiling. Smiling after the judges' scores are ready. Ramiro Malari, a carpenter from San Francisco, California. Took 3 months and $2,000 to put Punjar together. Imagine the impact. Punjar straight ahead at Killerhertz. Look at that damage.
Fantastic.
Later on in the battle, Killerhertz was up against the side, couldn't go anywhere. Great driving, great leverage by Punjar. From a different angle. Once again, the scoop-like effect. The wedge of Punjar getting up and under Killerhertz.
Amazing strength on Punjar.
CompuBot stats clearly in favor of Punjar. 25-5, 9-1 on hits, 8-0 on pushes. Just a tremendous effort by Punjar. There he is, Ramiro Malari. Will his dream continue?
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 human judges at arena side have scored a 9-0 decision for the red square opponent, Punjar.
Another upset for Punjar. First beating Rhino, now beating Killerhertz. Punjar appears to have very little damage, superficial at best.
Definitely some scratch paint there.
And the losing robot Killerhertz sustaining some serious damage to its shells. Some punctures Take a look. Punjar does it again. Let's go to Lewis Johnson, standing by with the giant killer, Ramiro Malari.
Well, the upsets continue for Ramiro and Punjar all by yourself. I don't know how you do it. Let's go to the videotape and look at the strategy against Killerhertz. Talk to me about this.
Well, what I'm trying to do is flip him over. I noticed that I'm a little bit on the slow side, I guess maybe from all the beating from Blendo. So what I actually try to do is actually just pin him against the wall and try to flip him over. But it worked out as I was pushing him around that he just simply overheated and got stuck in a corner, so I got the win.
You smelled a little robot blood, I guess, huh?
Yeah. So we're even. He won last time. Now I have it.
All right, Ramiro, congratulations. We'll see you in the next round.
Okay, thank you.
Larry, back to you.
Lewis, more disappointment for the crews from Great Britain. John Reed and Team Killerhertz are eliminated.
Retired in disgrace.
Semifinals are set. It will be Vlad the Impaler going up against Rhino. Then Voltark against the Cinderella Story Punjar.